Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I want to talk a little bit from Matthew chapter 14, where it's the story about where Peter and Jesus walk on the water together. Now, one of my favourite characters in the Bible is Peter, because Peter, at times, he made lots of mistakes. He was hot-headed. There was a lot of stuff, that Peter needed to work on. But nevertheless, because he had a heart to want to do things for God, he used him in a mighty way. So there's always hope for everybody, right? Now, the story picks up on where it's the middle of the night and Jesus appears to his disciples in the boat and he's walking on the water, and Peter says to Jesus, "Lord, if it's you, can I come out with you on the water?" Now notice, Jesus did not say to Peter, "Peter, that's a silly request. You just stay in the boat and just behave yourself." No, Jesus said to Peter, "Yes, come." But now that's not where the whole story ends. See, we always look at that it is between Peter and Jesus. Peter and Jesus. But there's a whole lot more to the story if you look closely. Okay? It wasn't just Peter in the boat. His other disciples were also in the boat. Now I can imagine when Jesus said to Peter, "Come," and Peter's peers just look at him and go, "That's crazy. What are you asking? What? Go out there and walk on the water with Jesus? What do you think you're doing?" But you know what? All the other disciples that were in the boat, they had exactly the same opportunity as Peter did. They had that opportunity also to go out and walk on the water with Jesus. But Peter was the one who was bold enough to say, "Hey Lord, call me." And he also was the only one that got out of the boat. I sense that there's a lot of people that God's prompting you with things, ideas, insights, and he's wanting you to step out in faith and do things for him, but there's stuff inside you that's holding you back. It could be fear, it could be anxiety, it could be circumstances. Maybe you're waiting for everything just to be perfect, and things are never going to be perfect. There's never the most ideal time to do something or start something. The perfect time to start anything is now, but you will never know unless you take a step of faith forward. And I believe, if I can use this illustration here, if Jesus is on the boat, walking on the water, and you're in the boat, Jesus is extending his hand out to you today, and he's saying to you, it's time to get out of the boat. It's time to come and follow my lead and let me show you, and let's do some awesome things together for God. Now, you might be saying to yourself, "But what if I make a mistake? What if this happens? What if that happens?" Now look, fact of life is this: we're human, and we are going to make mistakes in life. The only person that was perfect is Jesus. However, when we look at the story with Peter, when Peter took his eyes off Jesus and he saw the stuff that was going on around him and he started to sink, the moment he said, "Lord, help me," it says that Jesus grabbed him. So when we step out in faith to do things for God, we may make a mistake, but if our heart is right and we say, "Lord, help me," he will immediately grab you and pull you up. So don't be afraid. Don't hold back. It's time for you now to take some bold steps forward. When's the right time? It's now. And Jesus is saying to you, it's time to get out of the boat. It's time to step forward into everything that God has in store for you. Once again, thank you again for visiting this channel. If you haven't already, take the time to subscribe by hitting that subscribe button down below. Follow us on our Instagram, on our Facebook. My name's Joe. Have yourself a great week.